I'm part of the Horowhenua Kahui, and in 2018 I got a role as a within school teacher, and something that was a really hot topic at the time in our school. We were really starting to notice we'd spent so much time focusing on academics, but there were lots of children who didn't have emotional coping strategies. So I really wanted to look into this, and I formed a bit of an inquiry question about how we can build their emotional resilience, and started doing a bit of research and came across Pause Breathe Smile and thought, yes, this is such a great idea. I'd love to implement this into my school. So that's where it all began. And I really liked that it was a New Zealand program, and obviously I'd come across ones from overseas, but I went, this is great because it's all New Zealand curriculum aligned. And I had reached out to a couple of schools originally and said, like, it would be great if you guys give it a try. And some of them had seen in some of our sharing sessions. So part of that within school teacher role, you present about your inquiry. So teachers from all different schools in that area had seen what I was doing and wanted to know more. And I actually also ended up presenting in front of some Board of Trustees members back, it would have been 2019. So some of them went to their principals and said, let's do this. Why can't we do this? But it was, the big thing was 2020 once Southern Cross jumped on board, and it was, yeah, sponsored, because obviously that's a barrier for some schools, is trying to fit everything into the budget. I reached out to all of our schools, and a lot of them are quite small, and I thought it's another way that we can connect and network across our schools and organise for a lot of them to have training together. So it sort of pair up schools, a bigger school and a smaller school, because we could have obviously up to 40 people in those training workshops. So yeah, most of our schools in our area are all trained up. But another big part of that is we're quite a transient area, and I'm sure there'll be other areas in New Zealand that are the same. And I think Pause Breathe Smile is great for any child, but a child who's moving around maybe a lot of different schools and might have some different things going on. If they're changing schools and that school also does Pause Breathe Smile and they're speaking that same language, that's like, they can just slot in and go, hey, I know Pause Breathe Smile, like that's something I can do. And we had a boy who was leaving, and he was a social worker, and that social worker said to me, one thing he referenced was he loved learning Pause Breathe Smile. And this kid could be a bit of a tough kid at times, like he's like, yeah, I'm the man. But to know that he had really taken that on board, and that was something he was going to carry with him when he was really worried and upset about moving schools, like, oh, that just something like that makes it all worth it.